Hey there, welcome back to my kitchen. In today's video, we are going to be making 3 super delicious pasta recipes. All of these are definitely comfort meals and they're not super expensive to make and they will leave you feeling super satisfied. So let's go ahead and get started with today's video and I will show you how to make these 3 recipes. First up today, we're going to make this macaroni lasagna. You will need to go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Now moving over here to my skillet, I'm adding in 1 pound of ground beef along with half of a yellow onion that I chopped up. And then you will just let these 2 cook in here together until it is cooked all the way through. Meanwhile, back here I have a pot of water going. I'm going to go ahead and cook 2 boxes of this shells and cheese. It doesn't matter what brand you use, any shells and cheese will do. Now back up here to my skillet, my ground beef is done, so I'm going to go ahead and add about 2 teaspoons of minced garlic in here. Go ahead and let that cook for just a minute. Now my noodles are done, so I'm going to go ahead and drain off the water from those, bring it back over to the stove, and then add in the 2 packets of cheese that came in the boxes. Now to start building this macaroni lasagna, you will need a 9x13 casserole dish. Spray it down with a little bit of non-stick spray and then add in half of your macaroni. On top of the macaroni, you'll add half of your ground beef. Next, add half a jar of spaghetti sauce just right over the top. It doesn't have to be perfect, just drizzle it the best you can. Next, I'm adding half a cup of shredded mozzarella cheese with 1/4 cup of freshly shredded Parmesan cheese. And now you'll just go ahead and repeat all those layers, starting off with the macaroni and cheese, then the ground beef, the spaghetti sauce, and ending with another 1/2 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese and 1/4 cup of freshly shredded Parmesan cheese. Now this is going into the oven to bake for right around 20 to 25 minutes until everything is completely warmed through and the cheese has melted nicely. Here's what my plate looked like in the end. I went ahead and just made some hamburger bun garlic bread just to use up some of the buns I had in my refrigerator. And then I also just made a small side salad there. This meal is so simple and easy, however, it is really good. We really enjoyed this one. I will link this recipe down below for you. I don't think I followed it to a T, however, I still followed it pretty closely and this was amazing. Next up, we're making some cheesesteak tortellini. This recipe does require some beef broth, and I just wanted to let you know this is what I used to make my beef broth. I did not have any regular beef broth, but this will work just fine as well. It does have a lot more flavor in it too. First up, you will need to go ahead and just slice up 1 yellow onion. Then over to my stovetop, I have my cast iron out here. I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of butter and a tablespoon or so of some avocado oil. Let that heat up and then you're going to add your onion in here. For the onion, I am just going to season it lightly with a few shakes of salt and pepper. Next, into this pot of boiling water, I'm adding in about 14 ounces of some frozen cheese tortellini. Let that tortellini cook in here while you cook everything else, but this really won't take long. When they start floating to the top, they should be done. Here is what my onion is looking like after about 10 minutes or so. It should have some good color on it by this point. Into the onions, I'm going to add one package, which I believe this is 14 ounces of this shaved steak. Try to break it up with a fork, that way it's not in huge pieces, and then you'll just let this cook until it is no longer pink. Once the steak is in here, I am going to add just a little bit more salt and pepper. Once all of the pink is out of the steak, you can go ahead and add in 1 cup of beef broth, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, and then once my tortellini is done, I'm just going to go ahead and add that in there and get it all mixed together. Last but not least, you're just going to cover the top with some sliced provolone cheese and then cover your pan. I didn't have a lid, so I'm using another pan to cover the top for about 10 minutes or so, just until the cheese has completely melted. Here's what my plate looked like in the end. I just went ahead and made some Italian style green beans to go along with this. This is another really easy meal. It's very simple, it's not super saucy. You do have a lot of good flavor, but there's no thick sauces involved. I think I might have made this on my channel before, I cannot remember. If I did, it's been a long time. If you're not a fan of provolone cheese, then you can substitute that with some mozzarella. And now last but not least, of course, we're going to make some homemade chili mac. Into my pot here, I'm just starting by adding 1 pound of ground beef in here, along with half of a yellow onion that has been chopped up. This ground beef and onion is going to go ahead and cook in here together until the ground beef is cooked all the way through. Once the ground beef is done, you can go ahead and add in 1 can of drained and rinsed dark red kidney beans, 1 can of chili ready tomatoes, 1 15-ounce can of tomato sauce, 1 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes, 12 ounces of elbow pasta, and then 4 cups of beef broth. And then for the seasonings, you'll need 2 teaspoons of cumin, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 2 tablespoons of chili powder, and then about a 1/4 teaspoon to a 1/2 teaspoon, just kind of depending on your preference, of some chipotle chili powder. Now give this a really good mix to combine everything, and you'll just let this simmer on your stove for about 15 to 20 minutes, maybe a little longer, just depending on your stove, until the pasta is tender. While we're waiting on the noodles to get tender, we are going to go ahead and make the cheese sauce. Into this little pan here in the front, I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of butter. Once that's melted, you'll add in 2 tablespoons of flour. Get that mixed together and let that flour cook for about a minute or so. Next, you can start adding in your milk. I'm going to be adding about 1.5 cups, maybe a little bit more than 1.5 cups of some milk in here. You'll want to just add that in kind of slow and get that mixed together until it is nice and smooth and begins to thicken up. Once there are no longer any lumps in there, you can go ahead and add in about 1 cup of some cheddar jack cheese. If you don't want to use cheddar jack, then you can just use some regular mild cheddar or even sharp cheddar. That would probably be really good in here as well. I'm going to go ahead and mix this until the cheese is completely melted down, and this will be a thicker sauce. If your cheese sauce is looking super runny, you'll want to add in some more cheese. We want to try to keep this a thicker consistency. Once the cheese is fully melted, go ahead and dump that into your larger pot. And now you're just going to get this mixed together. Here's what my bowl of food looked like on this night. We did not buy sour cream, so I did not have sour cream to top it off with, but if you have sour cream, I definitely recommend adding that on here. We did add just a little bit more cheese on top, just because you can never have too much cheese, but overall this is a really great comfort meal. This will be really nice to have in the winter when it's nice and cold outside, but we still enjoyed it on this night. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave me a flower down in the comments below if you did make it all the way to the end of today's video, and I will see you back here on Sunday for a new video. Bye!